welcome to E-Town News, जहां आपको मिलेगा डेली डोज ऑफ बॉलीवुड न्यूज, फैशन ट्रेंड्स, टीवी एंड सोशल मीडिया से जुड़े हर अपडेट. A show which gives you the day's lowdown of all the best happenings in the world of glamour. तो इंतजार किस बात का? Let's take a look at today's headlines.
Tiger Shroff says he's infatuated with Shraddha Kapoor. Rudrani Chaturaj chats with Sharvari Wagh. टाइगर श्रॉफ ने दिशा पाटनी के साथ अपने ब्रेकअप को किया कंफर्म. करण जौहर के चैट शो पर टाइगर श्रॉफ ने कहा वो है सिंगल. साथ ही श्रद्धा कपूर का नाम लेकर टाइगर श्रॉफ ने अपने रिलेशनशिप स्टेटस में डाल दिया ट्विस्ट. एक्टर टाइगर श्रॉफ बॉलीवुड के वन ऑफ द मोस्ट एलिजिबल बैचलर्स में से एक हैं. लेकिन टाइगर श्रॉफ का नाम हमेशा से एक्ट्रेस दिशा पाटनी के साथ लिंक किया जाता रहा है और अनऑफिशियली हमेशा से यही कहा जाता है कि ये दोनों सालों से एक दूसरे को डेट कर रहे हैं. लेकिन पिछले कुछ दिनों में कई बार इनके ब्रेकअप की रूमर सामने आई है. ऐसे में करण जौहर ने इस सबसे बड़े सवाल से पर्दा उठाने का लिया डिसीजन. करण जौहर के चैट शो पर जब टाइगर श्रॉफ कृति सैनन के साथ पहुंचे तो करण जौहर ने डायरेक्टली टाइगर श्रॉफ से पूछ लिया, व्हाट इज योर रिलेशनशिप स्टेटस टाइगर? Are you dating दिशा पाटनी? करण जौहर के इस सवाल पर टाइगर श्रॉफ ने एज यूजुअल दिशा पाटनी को फ्रेंड बताकर सवाल को टालने की कोशिश की, जिस पर करण जौहर ने टाइगर श्रॉफ से कहा वो इस तरह की लाइन का इस्तेमाल नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि टाइगर श्रॉफ और दिशा पाटनी को हमेशा एक साथ लंचेस और डिनर्स पर जाते हुए देखा गया है. जिस पर टाइगर श्रॉफ ने कहा कि उन दोनों को एक जैसा खाना पसंद है, जिस पर कृति सैनन ने टाइगर श्रॉफ की खिंचाई करते हुए कहा तुम दोनों में काफी सिमिलैरिटीज हैं. यानी टाइगर श्रॉफ ने इस सवाल को टालने की पूरी कोशिश की. ऐसे में करण जौहर ने टाइगर श्रॉफ से पूछ लिया क्या वो सिंगल हैं, जिसके जवाब में टाइगर श्रॉफ ने कह दिया हाँ, और इससे साफ हो गया कि टाइगर श्रॉफ और दिशा पाटनी के ब्रेकअप का रूमर नहीं था गलत. वैसे करण जौहर ने यहाँ टाइगर श्रॉफ को क्लीन बोल्ड करने के लिए पूछा अगर उन्हें उनके मैनिफेस्टेशन काउच पर एक एक्ट्रेस का नाम लेने के लिए कहा जाए जिसे वो पसंद करते हैं तो वो किसका नाम लेंगे. तो इस पर सरप्राइजिंगली टाइगर श्रॉफ ने लिया श्रद्धा कपूर का नाम और कहा I have always been infatuated by Shraddha Kapoor. I think she is great. वैसे आपको बता दें टाइगर श्रॉफ पहले से ही श्रद्धा कपूर के दीवाने रहे हैं और उन्होंने अपने एक इंटरव्यू में कहा था कि कॉलेज में श्रद्धा कपूर को वो पसंद किया करते थे. We wonder टाइगर श्रॉफ के कॉफी विद करण पर आए बयान पर श्रद्धा कपूर का क्या कहना होगा. मूविंग ऑन, टाइगर श्रॉफ के फिल्मी करियर की बात करें तो उनके लिए एक बुरी खबर आ रही है. रिपोर्ट्स के मुताबिक हीरोपंती 2 के फेलियर के बाद फिल्म प्रोड्यूसर्स टाइगर श्रॉफ को अपनी फीस कम करने के लिए कह रहे हैं. रिपोर्टेडली टाइगर श्रॉफ ने फिल्म्स लाइक गणपत, बड़ी मियां छोटे मियां और स्क्रू ढीला के लिए 35 करोड़ से 45 करोड़ तक चार्ज किए हैं. लेकिन फिल्म मेकर्स को लग रहा है कि ये अमाउंट अब ज्यादा है क्योंकि टाइगर श्रॉफ की लास्ट फिल्म हीरोपंती 2 बॉक्स ऑफिस पर कुछ ज्यादा नहीं चली. ऐसे में अब अगर टाइगर श्रॉफ की ये अपकमिंग फिल्म्स नहीं चलती तो डेफिनेटली टाइगर श्रॉफ को अपनी मार्केट प्राइस को कम करना पड़ सकता है.
Hello everyone, I'm Rudrani and welcome to Speak Easy. This is a very auspicious day. I'm sure you're celebrating Ganesh Chaturthi in your own ways and everything around it is festive. And it's a great time to also be chatting with our original Marathi Mulgi who has been in the industry. She struggled for almost more than 6 years to be where she is today. We're going to celebrate the festivities, her life and a lot more. Of course, I'm talking about the beautiful Sharvari Wagh. Hello.
Hi.
So thank you for inviting us.
Thank you for being here.
But I'm saying that, you know, it's like I said, you are from Bombay and this time is so special.
Yeah.
Does it bring back memories? And of course, tell me about that.
I mean, for me, this is my favorite festival. It's my favorite time of the year. And I think for me, this is like the new year because I truly believe that for me, the year ends during this Ganpati season and I come back with like more positive energies to just, start new work. So for me, I think this feels almost like a culmination and a beginning to something new and something exciting.
Which I think you've actually aptly described it. You were telling me that usually you keep Ganpati at a native place. Tell me about that.
Yes. So, ever since I've been a kid, I have always gone for Ganpati to my native place. It is 5 hours away from here in Maharashtra, and we've got a long lineage in terms of Ganpati. In fact, the Ganpati of Bajirao was in fact given to our family, and it's been in my family since 100 years. And my house is 100 years old, so it's not a Ganpati that we bring and do Visarjan. It's the same Murti since 100 years, which we do puja of during these days.
This is such a fun trivia and also beautiful. मैं आपको बता देती हूँ, whoever does not know right now about Sharvari's life is that Sharvari has been an assistant director in the beginning of her career, and she's assisted in Bajirao Mastani and actually films like Sonu Ki Tittu and a lot more. Pyar Ka Panchnama. So our Sharvari has really worked up. Do you remember you're working with Bansali in that set and remembering and living up, hoping one day he'll be directing you?
I think that was the dream I saw every day when I was on set. Because even when I was working as an assistant director, I always wanted to become an actor. That was my main goal. Sanjay sir has been my favorite director since forever, you know. So to be able to be on that set and to see that magic happen, you know, it's one thing to see his films in the theatre, but it's a completely different thing to be on set and see that magic happen. So yeah, I think it's almost the most special times that I've had in my life, and I think that, fingers crossed, I'm really manifesting that I work with him as an actor.
And then you also casted for films, if I'm not wrong. Have you gone in that direction as well?
No, so I remember I used to audition with Shanu Sharma, and it's always a great exercise for actors to, you know, be behind the camera and help out, because I mean, you know, I remember that she used to call me saying, can you give cues for these auditions? Only because if you're an actor, the other actor can perform better in front of the camera.
100%.
And I mean, I was doing nothing in life, so I was like, you know, this seems like a great workshop. So a fun trivia I actually gave. I did like a 1-2 month long behind the camera performance for the entire film of Sui Dhaaga.
What?
So
really?
I did, and I was not her assistant. I never did any casting. I never even saw their auditions. I was not a part of that process. But she used to call me, and I used to say, okay, fine. And then I used to be like Chacha, Bua, Didi, Behen. I've done all these roles behind the camera, and I've taken auditions for people.
This is such a fun one.
Yeah.
So, but you have worked your way up, right? And I'm sure victory is sweeter when you've been through all your struggles that way. But I mean, I know that you come from, of course, a family that it's a privileged family. You know, you of course, for people who don't know, she also has a political background in the family from her mother's side. So tell me how it all started.
Honestly, I think my family, my maternal or paternal side of the family is very chill. They were very open to all of us kids doing whatever we liked. And I don't think that even they knew I wanted to be an actor. Because when I was in college, I was going to pursue civil engineering only because my dad's a builder, my mom's an interior designer, my sister's an architect. I mean, even my paternal side of the family, most of them are builders. Only my grandfather's in politics. So apart from that, everyone's, you know, a builder. So I was going to do civil engineering, and in college I participated in this fest called Fresh Face by Times of India. And
Bombay Times Fresh Face.
Yeah. And I only did that because my chemistry teacher said कि आपको आज का attendance मिल जाएगा. So I was clearly not interested.
Really?
Yeah, I did. I was like, okay, I'll just have to go dance for 5 minutes. It's better than sitting for 2 hours in chemistry. So I didn't know what that competition was, and one thing led to another. I won that competition on like a Miss India platform, and then I started getting calls for auditions, and I was like, you know, why not? I'll try. And I remember I took my dad on the first audition. Because I didn't know, and they called me in Andheri, and I was like, okay, I'll just take my father and go. I was 16 years old. And I went, I gave that audition. I'm sure I sucked at it.
Why would you say that? Maybe
no, because I was so scared. I didn't know how to perform in front of the camera. Strangely, that film, the first audition that I gave, I got finalized, and me and Siddhant were supposed to do it.
I remember you had mentioned this vaguely. Oh, that's the film.
That's the film. My first audition
and
ever.
What was that film? Ab to bol sakte ho. Kya film
that film never happened. It just got cancelled. It was a remake of a South Indian film, I think called Happy Days.
Acha.
Which was, I think in the Telugu one, I think Tamanna was a part of it.
Correct. But what's been the most challenging part of this profession?
I think the biggest challenge in the industry, which I think may always remain, is to select the kind of films that you want to do. Because that's a choice that is completely on you. You know, not like your team is not making that choice for you. So the choice of films that you are a part of is something that you live with. Now, may that film work or it doesn't work or whatever it does, you know. I think that's the most difficult choice, to make that choice.
At that time when you were doing series, were there apprehensions about what your, which path you will take, whether you should start with films? I want to know how that worked out though.
I think when I actually signed for Forgotten Army, OTT was not as big as it is today.
Yeah.
And I definitely had my apprehensions because it was a world that I don't think audiences had fully accepted at that time, because it was so new. And I just took that leap of faith because I believed that this is something, I thought that this was the future.
Yeah.
It's something that I discussed even with a few friends and family, and I asked them that, would you see something on your TV? Would you, I did that little review because you need to know what people are going to do.
Yeah.
And of course it was a no-brainer when it was a Kabir Khan. You know,
of course.
I think that I've always wanted to work with him. To be able to even audition for him in my first project ever was a big deal. And when he thought that I was worthy of being a part of something that he had worked on for so many years, I mean, I didn't care where it came, you could have watched it on your phone, on your theatre or TV. For me, it was working with Kabir sir.
Going out, putting yourself out there for literally everything, and then of course the open judgment that you get on social media.
Honestly, I think that the tougher part was getting till here. Now I feel like I'm living my dream. Even if it is, working to get films, putting myself out there, all of that, I truly believe that I'm still living my dream. For me to get till my first film was much tougher.
Yeah.
This feels like a cakewalk. So I'm very happy where I am.
Do you remember the number of movies that you didn't get? I talked to a lot of actors. They're like, actually, I do remember the ones I don't get, is what they said.
I remember a lot of them that I didn't get. But I think that they don't tell you which film that you're auditioning for. So I actually don't know which ones they were.
Yeah.
But I do remember not getting films for sure. They're very tiring because you have to take a bag full of clothes, because you have to change clothes, because there's this one area or 2-3 areas where you have to go and audition, and all the auditions are like close by. And for someone who stays 1 hour away from Andheri, I used to take a bag full of my clothes, and then I used to travel there, and then I used to go to every audition. I used to time it, and then I used to sit, I used to wait, then give my audition, change my clothes, go to the next one. So I think that was the process I did for a long time, So, but it's fine. It has its own charm. Also, it makes you appreciate where you are today. So I think that's what I learned from those days.
Also, what is the weirdest thing that you did on your audition and you were like, is this what you have to do? Like a very weird, kind of can be funny audition.
So the weirdest thing that I've done around, I don't think I did a weird thing during any audition, but I do remember that there was this one cafe where I used to not buy any food or coffee but go and change there all the time. Like those people knew me for changing. Like they were like, ye ladki aati hai, bathroom mein jati hai, change karke kahin aur jati hai. And I would never buy a thing. And because I was like, I just had to like change somewhere. Where else do you go? You have to find these like cafes and all, because you can't like change at these audition places because they're obviously really busy. So I think that is one thing that I did which is really funny, and I think after a point they used to greet me also. They used to be like, hello, hi. I used to be like, hi, and then I used to just go to the bathroom.
That is so funny though.
But they were really sweet to allow me to do that, That's really sweet of them. I think I always took acting opinions very seriously because I did believe truly that is something that I need to work on, and I need to, brush up my own skills and learn more things because I just started off. But apart from that, I don't think I took anything too seriously. I used to still do what I used to like. So, yeah.
And this is why you're here?
Yeah. No, but I actually was told by a casting director, which was a great tip, is that when you get into, I mean, this is for someone who is actually auditioning at some point. When you go in, they give you a particular brief of, how you need to do a certain character. And then everybody does the same thing. And when the casting director is sitting and watching something and suddenly somebody does something else, that's when they're like, oh, lovely, I like this.
So be yourself and do different things.
Exactly. And I think that that's something everyone misses, because you obviously want it so bad that you want to follow what the person's telling you, a 10 on 10, you know. And I think most of the times that goes wrong, because you need to just do something different, something that comes from within, is what I feel.
Family keeps you grounded, I'm sure.
Yeah. Family and friends.
Family and friends?
Yeah. My friends, in fact, they find it really funny. You know, they find these papped pictures and all. They send it to me, crack jokes. There's an entire group which is dedicated to me and my memes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They enjoy it, especially.
Which was the last one that you did?
You know, this in Bunty Bubbly, now when we did these characters, and there's this one line where I say, "Ikde kai faltugiri chaliye." They still use it. Yeah. On my own things, they keep sending me my own memes. So, I think that's just, that really keeps me grounded.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
You mentioned Bunty and Bubbly. It was quite a process for you. You gave it everything, right? And you also were very patient, because you were like, sahi waqt pe aayega aur dekha jayega.
Yeah.
Was it a little heartbreaking in the sense that you hoped that it would have worked the way it wanted to? How did you get over that? And also, what memories you carry with you?
So, you know, to be honest, I'm well aware that it may have not done as well as we expected at the box office. But for me, it's my first film, you know. And in spite of whatever the outcome has been, for me, it's always going to be the most special thing in my life. And I think because I was surrounded by friends and family who were ardently waiting for my first film to happen since so many years. Not even since the day I told them that I got a film, but from the day that I said that I want to be an actor. So for me, I think those days are just filled with happy memories and just something that came to a full circle, you know. Like I waited for this day all my life, I feel, you know. And I think to watch myself on screen and to watch the reactions of my friends and family was far greater than whatever it did at the box office.
Coming up on the show, apology video by Aamir Khan's production house after Lal Singh Chaddha's failure goes viral.
For the massage here?
For 15 minutes.
15 minutes? It's free. And after 15 minutes?
After 15 minutes. We have 20 minutes and 30 minutes.
Okay, so then you charge after 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And how many minutes are done now?
15.
It's done?
कपिल शर्मा ने मुफ्त का फुट मसाज लेते हुए कृष्णा अभिषेक का एक फनी वीडियो किया शेयर। कपिल शर्मा और कृष्णा अभिषेक का ये वीडियो एयरपोर्ट लाउंज का है, जिसमें दोनों फ्री की मसाज लेते दिख रहे हैं। सोशल मीडिया पर इस पोस्ट को शेयर करते हुए कपिल शर्मा रोट, मुफ्त की मसाज। लाल सिंह चड्ढा की डिबैकल के बाद पहली बार आमिर खान को किया गया स्पॉट। वेल यस, आमिर खान वाज रिसेंटली स्पॉटेड हैंगिंग आउट इन सैन फ्रांसिस्को, और इसकी एक पिक्चर आमिर खान के एक फैन ने ट्विटर पर शेयर की है। When he was asked about what is he doing here, he replied to her saying that he is just taking a round. आपको बता दें, आमिर खान लाल सिंह चड्ढा की डिसअपॉइंटिंग बॉक्स ऑफिस रिस्पॉन्स के बाद 2 मंथ्स का ब्रेक लेकर यूएस गए हुए हैं, और इसके बाद ही वो अपने नेक्स्ट प्रोजेक्ट पर काम शुरू करेंगे। रिसेंटली आमिर खान प्रोडक्शंस ने एक वीडियो अपने ऑफिशियल हैंडल पर शेयर किया था, जिसकी शुरुआत में लिखा था मिच्छामी दुग्धम, जिसका मतलब है मे ऑल माई improper actions be inconsequential. In the video, a man's voice is heard saying, all of us are human beings and we only make mistakes. ऐसे में जहां आमिर खान के कुछ फैंस को लग रहा है कि उन्होंने अपना मिस्टेक एक्सेप्ट कर लिया है, वहीं कुछ का मानना है कि उनके अकाउंट को हैक कर लिया गया है। हालांकि अब ये वीडियो आमिर खान प्रोडक्शंस के सोशल मीडिया पेज से डिलीट हो चुका है। Ranbir Kapoor and Alia Bhatt have been working relentlessly these days as their upcoming biggie ब्रह्मास्त्र September 9th को रिलीज होगी। ऐसे में जब रणबीर कपूर और आलिया भट्ट को मिडनाइट में स्पॉट किया गया तो नेटिजन्स को वो काफी टायर्ड लगे। एक नेटिजन ने वीडियो पर रिएक्ट करते हुए लिखा, "They are working hard. They look tired. Hope the will rewarded. Can't wait for ब्रह्मास्त्र." एक दूसरे यूजर ने कमेंट किया, "They are working very hard, especially Alia in pregnancy." करीना कपूर खान हमेशा अपने एफर्टलेस सेंस ऑफ स्टाइल और इनिमिटेबल पाउट से फैंस का दिल जीत लेती हैं। रिसेंटली करीना कपूर खान ने अपनी कुछ पोस्ट शावर सेल्फीज इंस्टाग्राम पर शेयर की हैं, जिसमें बिना मेकअप और डिफरेंट पोजेस दे रही करीना कपूर खान इज इंडीड द क्वीन ऑफ पाउट, वी कैन से। क्रिकेटर विराट कोहली ने रिसेंटली किशोर कुमार के बंगलों का एक बड़ा हिस्सा लीज पर लिया था और अब हमें एक्सक्लूसिवली पता चला है कि विराट कोहली इस स्पेस को एक हाई ग्रेड रेस्टोरेंट में कन्वर्ट करने की तैयारी कर रहे हैं। इस न्यूज को अमित कुमार ने कंफर्म करते हुए बताया है that it all began when Leena Chandravarkar's son Sumit met Virat Kohli a few months ago and the two got talking। अमित कुमार ने ये भी बताया कि ये स्पेस विराट कोहली को 5 साल के लिए लीज पर दी गई है।